What's up and welcome back to Rumor Has It Official. Let's get started with talking about the family Chantel. This is season 1, episode 2, and the title of this episode is How to Come to America. So Pedro sneaks off to see his immigration lawyer, and she tells him that he needs to be a U.S. citizen first before he can sponsor his mom and sister. He has 2 years before he can do so. The only other option is that Chantel can sponsor his mom and sister, but Chantel would have to be present at all meetings. It will cost Pedro a pretty penny to get both his mom and sister to the States. In the next scene, they show Thomas and River, and they're working on an outside project, and Thomas uses that opportunity to try and get River on board with family counseling. River, however, wants no part in the counseling session. River explains that before Pedro showed up, things were smooth and the family was close. He feels Pedro is a disease to their family. Back to Pedro. So after gaining information from the immigration lawyer, Pedro goes to a pizza joint to FaceTime his mom and sister. He tells them that he can't apply for them right now because he isn't a U.S. citizen and still only just has his green card. His mother responds that she doesn't understand why it can't be now. She tells her son that he needs to make an effort. She starts yelling, saying that he's not doing what's necessary to get them to the States, and adds that he needs to do more. When he tells her that it could cost up to $10,000 to get both her and Nicole there, she says, "What's that?" And it's nothing for him, being that she's his mother. So this is the thing. It just proves more and more what was said by Obed is true. We already felt some type of way that his intentions for coming over here weren't pure in the first place, but now this is just really confirming what the deal was the whole entire time. During Lydia, which is his mother's name, during Lydia's time with the camera crew, she says that she would like to come to the States so she can go shopping, see big buildings, and see the malls, adding that whoever doesn't see the United States dies blind. She wants Nicole to learn English and gain opportunities and achieve more. This only proves again that this marriage was a setup. Nicole feels that if Chantel knows they're planning to come, that she'll try to sabotage their plan. Pedro needs Chantel's help if it's going to happen sooner, and he's plotting a way to tell her, but knows that she's going to be upset. In the next scene, Pedro and Chantel head to family counseling. Pedro decides that this will be the perfect opportunity to tell Chantel about his mom and sister. Going into this, Chantel says that she feels desperate and wants to mend her marriage and family. Everyone has arrived except for River, but as time moves along, River joins the family. Now, when River walks in, if looks could kill, y'all, Pedro's face, oh my God, it looked like he was trying to stare him down and intimidate River. His eyes got big, and I could tell that just being around River is a trigger for him. He stared at him for a long time. I mean, he was really just trying to get River's eye contact, and that was crazy. Tell me if you guys noticed that. So Chantel starts off saying that she didn't understand why his mom and sister were so disinterested in getting to know her. Pedro then raises his hands to speak, and he points out the time Chantel's family went to the DR and wouldn't even get out of the van to meet his family after they cooked for them. He felt very disrespected in that moment, and so River then wants to have the floor, and he wants to know what did he do so wrong that made Pedro want to attack him. Now, I just have to say this. Both parties were wrong in this situation. That's what I truly believe. I really love Chantel's family. I think they're very funny, a really nice family, but I feel like both parties were wrong. River should have never been in a position or felt the need to be in a position to where he had to try and check Pedro about his actions in that home. It was the responsibility of the parents, Thomas and Karen, to speak up. When Pedro told them to be quiet, they should have told him, look, you are in our home, and if you can't be respectful in our home, and if we cannot continue to have a nice family dinner, then you're going to have to leave. But Thomas Thomas was sitting there throwing them chicken wings back, tearing them chicken wings up. He wasn't even handling the situation. So River stepped up, which wasn't his place, and dealt with the situation. The words that he spoke out his mouth wasn't right to Pedro. And so regardless to if Pedro was in the right or wrong, when he did that, he kind of evened the playing field by doing that. So that's just my thought on that. He wants an apology, but I believe they need to apologize to each other. So Pedro says that River deserved to get dealt with, basically for his mouth and for also disrespecting him and his sister. The counselor tells Pedro, can he be the better man and apologize to Chantel's parents for telling them to be quiet in their own home? Pedro says that he doesn't want to do that. He's not going to apologize. Karen says that she's on board with their marriage, which is a lie. From the beginning, they haven't been on board because they felt like he had ulterior motives. So which one is it, Karen? Are you on board with the marriage or are you not? She says that she is on board with the marriage, but just not the way in which it happened. So that would mean you're not on board with the marriage. Sometimes she doesn't make sense either. Anyway, so Pedro then brings up the fact that they hired a private investigator and that he feels Chantel never defends him and is not on his side. He uses that moment to then tell Chantel and the family that he's bringing his mom and his sister to the States, that he needs somebody that's on his side. But on top of that, he said that he wants to bring them to the States to live with him. Now, if he's married to Chantel, how in the world would that work out, being that they don't get along? Chantel is just sitting there looking stupid, basically. And Thomas then says that there's no way that he would let his family say anything bad about his wife because he respects his wife and he would want his family to do the same. Pedro's definitely caught in the middle. I feel that he does love Chantel. I feel like he didn't expect to fall in love with Chantel, but the hold and influence that his family has over him is stronger than that love he may have for Chantel. So the counselor then tells them that he separated them to show them what their marriage currently looks like. And if they want the marriage to work, they need to start choosing each other. So to me, the counselor did nothing and it was a waste of their time, in my opinion. So when they leave, the silence Chantel is giving Pedro is killing him. So he tries to pick a fight by saying, why are you always on your family side? That type of thing. He was trying to stir something up because she was so silent and she didn't respond off of the bomb that he dropped in the family counseling. So Chantel doesn't even feed into it, basically, and I wouldn't have either. Chantel makes it clear to the camera crew that she doesn't want Lydia and Nicole to come to the U.S. In the next scene, they show Chantel's sister Winter and her boyfriend. Now, she met her boyfriend 5 years ago, and during the relationship, he had a child. She welcomed being a mother figure to his daughter, and her boyfriend mentions during their painting session that Winter's parents control a lot, and he doesn't want that to rub off onto their relationship like it has Chantel's. Winter responds that their relationship is totally different from theirs. Winter feels her parents have a right to be concerned, being that there's a lot of secrets between Chantel and Pedro. Winter believes her relationship is solid and strong. So it was pretty crazy how when they were painting, Winter pointed out that his painting looked a lot like him, and that once he started to express his thoughts about her parents, his painting started to get dark on one side. That was pretty deep to me, how she pointed that out. So Winter's boyfriend tells the camera crew that he has some things that he hasn't told Winter about. He says that he's nervous of scaring her away and worried that she'll find out before he has the chance to tell her. Lydia and Nicole in this next scene discuss their thoughts about getting to the U.S. and their thoughts about Chantel. They feel Chantel came into Pedro's life and has been trying to keep him away from them. Their plan is to kick Chantel to the curb and push her out once they get to the States. In the next scene, Chantel finally opens up about her frustrations and says that she feels that she's married a stranger. She feels like she used to know Pedro so well, but now something has shifted. Pedro says if she feels that way, why is she living with a stranger? Why not just kick him out? So I need to know your thoughts in the comment section down below on The Family Chantel Season 1 Episode 2. Again, the title of this episode was How to Come to America. Comment down below. Give this video a big thumbs up. Share it with a friend who also likes watching the family Chantel. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you'll be notified on the next time that I make an upload. And as always, I look forward to talking to you guys in the comment section down below, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace.